ॐ अजाय नमः। ॐ अव्ययाय नमः। ॐ अविनाशिने नमः। ॐ अचिन्त्याय नमः। ॐ अप्रमेयाय नमः। ॐ अद्वितीयाय नमः। ॐ अनिकेताय नमः। ॐ अनुशासनप्रियाय नमः। ॐ अन्तःसाक्षिणे नमः। ॐ अन्तर्यामिने नमः। ॐ आनन्दाय नमः। ॐ आत्मस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ आङ्ग्लभाषाविदुत्तमाय नमः। ॐ ईश्वराय नमः। ॐ उदारहृदयाय नमः। ॐ उत्साहवर्धकाय नमः। ॐ एकस्मै नमः। ॐ ओङ्कारविदे नमः। ॐ करुणासागराय नमः। ॐ कर्मपरायणाय नमः। ॐ कालातीताय नमः। ॐ कैवल्यस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ कृतात्मने नमः। ॐ कृतकृत्याय नमः। ॐ गीताज्ञानयज्ञप्रचारकाय नमः। ॐ गुरवे नमः। ॐ गुणातीताय नमः। ॐ ग्रन्थकृते नमः। ॐ चिन्मयाय नमः। ॐ छिन्नसंशयाय नमः। ॐ जगदात्मने नमः। ॐ जगत्प्रियाय नमः। ॐ जगत्प्रियाय नमः। ॐ जितेन्द्रियाय नमः। ॐ जीवब्रह्मैक्यविदे नमः। ॐ जीवन्मुक्ताय नमः। ॐ जीर्णमन्दिरोद्धारकाय नमः। ॐ तपोवनशिष्याय नमः। ॐ तपस्विने नमः। ॐ तापनाशनाय नमः। ॐ तीर्थस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ तेजस्विने नमः। ॐ देहातीताय नमः। ॐ द्वन्द्वातीताय नमः। ॐ दृढनिश्चयाय नमः। ॐ धर्मसंस्थापकाय नमः। ॐ धीमते नमः। ॐ धीराय नमः। ॐ धैर्यप्रदाय नमः। ॐ नारायणाय नमः। ॐ निजानन्दाय नमः। ॐ निरपेक्षाय नमः। ॐ निःस्पृहाय नमः। ॐ निरुपमाय नमः। ॐ निर्विकल्पाय नमः। ॐ नित्याय नमः। ॐ निरञ्जनाय नमः। ॐ परमाय नमः। ॐ परब्रह्मणे नमः। ॐ पावनाय नमः। ॐ पावकाय नमः। ॐ पुरुषोत्तमाय नमः। ॐ प्रसन्नात्मने नमः। ॐ फलासक्तिरहिताय नमः। ॐ बहुभक्ताय नमः। ॐ बन्धमोचकाय नमः। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय नमः। ॐ ब्रह्मपराय नमः। ॐ भयनाशनाय नमः। ॐ भारतगौरवाय नमः। ॐ भूम्ने नमः। ॐ महावाक्योपदेशकाय नमः। ॐ महर्षये नमः। ॐ मधुरस्वभावाय नमः। ॐ मनोहराय नमः। ॐ महात्मने नमः। ॐ मेधाविने नमः। ॐ यतात्मने नमः। ॐ यज्ञकृते नमः। ॐ लोकप्रसिद्धाय नमः। ॐ वाग्मिने नमः। ॐ विभवे Priyaaya Namah. Om Vinayashilaya Namah. Om Vitaragaya Namah. Om Vedanta Vedyaya Namah. Om Shantaya Namah. Om Shanti Pradaya Namah. Om Shastrodharakaya Namah. Om Shuddha Sattvaya Namah. Om Shruti Paradaya Namah. Om Shrotriyaya Namah. Om Sannyasine Namah. Om Samabuddhaye Namah. Om Satchidanandaya Namah. Om Sarvahita Chintakaya Namah. Om Satya Sankalpaya Namah. Om Santushtaya Namah. Om Sadave Namah. Om Sumanase Namah. Om Suhrude Namah. Om Siddha Jyotise Namah. Om Siddha Prajnaya Namah. Om Shamashilaya Namah. Om Jnana Murtaye Namah. Om Jnana Yogine Namah. Om Jnana Triptaya Namah. Om Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupaya Namah. Om Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupaya Namah. Om Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupaya Namah. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namah. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namah. We are going to see the name which is number 46. Dharma-samsthaapakaaya Namah. Among the 108 names of Gurudev, the most beautiful one and most appropriate name as far as I am concerned is this. Because Bhagavat Avatar, Bhagavan's incarnation, is the purpose of that is Dharma-samsthaapakaaya. As you know, in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna says in the 4th chapter, when asked what is the reason why you are here in the war, what Krishna says is that there are 4 goals for human life. And the first and foremost is called Dharma. And this word Dharma is the most special with Hinduism, or what we call it as Sanatana Dharma. Hinduism is a name given by the non-Hindus about Hinduism. Because they want everything as ism only. Buddhism, Sikhism, and then Hinduism. Interestingly, that word in Hindu you will never find anywhere in our Vedas or in Gita or Upanishads. So where did that name come from? So it is jokingly said, be Hindu means behind you. Always behind you. It's not in the front. But that is joke anyway. So original name for our tradition is known as Sanatana Dharma. The word Sanatana means, Sana means Sada, Atana means spread, extended. So Sanatana Dharma means ever-present, eternal truth. That is what is called Sanatana Dharma. So therefore, interestingly, so what we call it as Hinduism is not about God. It is about Dharma, to start with. One who does not know what Dharma is not even qualified to move further. It is like if you want to apply for any job, first thing they ask is, what is your qualification? Huh? If you want to become a civil engineer, do you know civil engineering? If you want to become a computer engineer, you should know how to even switch on the computer first. Oh, if you call yourself as a Hindu, first thing you should know is what is Dharma. So that is the first goal of life, Dharma. And to be precise, we should distinguish the word Dharma from the word Karma. They sound alike, but they are totally different. Now, for example, a person like her, she is cooking for all of you. Not that she cooked all of the things, but she should cook something, let us say. Or she cooks every day for her family. Is it a job? Or is it a responsibility? If you look at it carefully, if you are employing a cook to cook a food, it's a job. For a wife, for a mother, it's not a job. Correct? So, when you do as a job, it's a karma. When you do as your responsibility, it becomes dharma. You see the distinction? You send your child to a daycare center, and the person who is taking care of the child, it is a karma. For the mother, it is a dharma. For a student to go and study in the university or school, at that stage, it is dharma. Only when we understand it as a dharma, then we take interest in doing it. If a child goes to the school, my parents have wanted me to study and therefore I am studying, it is like when you do your work in your job, it is an assigned job for you, you are doing it for the money. At the end of the month or end of the week or whatever, if they are not going to give, will you do it? No more money for you, no more salary, do it. You will not do it. Whereas being a wife or being a husband, kya deoge? What will you give? It is not for money. You understand the point? So even the student is able to understand that this stage of my life, studying is my dharma. Then only study would not become a burden, because he or she knows this is a stage where I have the time and no other responsibility I have, and my parents are funding for my education, and I have no other burdens to do, take care of a family, that is not my responsibility, or work in a company, that is not my responsibility, earn money for the household, that is not my responsibility. But what is my responsibility now? Study. It's a dharma. Chhatra dharma it's called. Chhatra dharma, the dharma of a student. Brahmacharya dharma. Then one has become a householder, has taken one more person to the life to take care, husband or wife, to start with. Then taking care of that person is a dharma, not a karma. Kya kare? I am married to this person, what to do? It's not. Then the moment you realize that it is not a burden, it is not a thing that you have to do what to do, because the world expects you to do. Similarly, the moment you get your children, it's not a job, it's not a profession. So as a householder, as a grihastha, to take care of the household needs and making sure that the people are healthy and they are provided for, and each one of them pursuing their own individual goals at that point. The child is going to school, then husband is going to work, and you are probably working and taking the dog to walk. That's all dharma only. Because you have taken that fellow also into your household. You have a dog at home? No, good. Now, if you have taken a dog as a pet, then taking care of that is a dharma. Please understand that. It has become your dharma. Otherwise, don't take it. Let it be wherever it is. In the moment it has become a part of your household, don't then complain. You've taken that. So, you understand, the whole Hindu or Sanatana Dharmic perception of life is people should start recognizing their own dharma. And the entire society is built upon individual fulfilling their responsibilities. A king has to do what he is supposed to do. A medical practitioner or a doctor has to do his work. A lawyer has to do her work. They have performing their own individual responsibilities. Together makes a society live together. If somebody who has taken the responsibility to do and not doing it, what will happen then? Or doing something else. Then there will be some clash. Just like when you are traveling in the road and when there is a red light, what is your dharma then? Stop. मैं क्यों stop करूँ? I paid road tax. It is my car. Why should I stop? Then what happens? First thing is, it's illegal. And in India it is okay. Unless you are caught, there is nothing called legal or illegal. But you know, the moment tick, then there is the phone, the camera picks up and then you are supposed to pay for it. Anyway, point is that when you realize that it is being done by you, recognizing that is your dharma as a social animal, and if you don't do it, the consequences are there. When somebody gets hit, and even if you escape, it becomes a habit. When it becomes a habit, then it will be a problem. Today you may escape, and tomorrow you do the same thing. Or your son is watching you. Okay, my dad is doing it. I can also do it. So whenever the majority of the people fail to do what they are supposed to do, Bhagavan says, I have to come. To do what? Dharma-samsthaapakaaya. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshyo viduhu sakalena mahata yogo nashta parantapa. Arjuna, please understand, this knowledge has been there from the day the whole thing was created. Creation means orderliness. Otherwise, Gurudev would say creation is not a chaos, it's a cosmos. This creation is orderliness. And wherever there is orderliness, there is intelligence. Is it not true? If you go to some house and everything is everywhere, then you understand. No intelligent people are living here. If things are in place, then somebody who's thinking about it is here. Go to your teenager's room. You will see chaos. Not cosmos. He won't even make a bed after getting out of the bed. Why? Anyway, I have to go back only. Why should I? So, the whole creation is an intelligent orderliness, and that only shows that there is somebody thinking. And the orderliness is not God's job. He has created intelligent living being as we are, and we are given specific set of duties to perform. As a householder, as a student, as a king, as a doctor, as a lawyer, as a soldier, as a husband, as a wife, as a parent. So the entire discussion in the Sanatana Dharma is what is the responsibility of each one of the people, each one of us at different stages of life with respect to our own personal growth, and what is our role and responsibility with respect to society. Two parts. I have a responsibility as far as my own household is concerned, with my mother, with my father, with my brother, sister, my husband, wife, children, those things, and my responsibility with respect to the world outside. As a person who is part of the parcel of this society. This is the first step of intelligent living. And then, based upon this living with the correct understanding, whatever money that you come to or whatever prosperity you get, that is called artha. Artha is wealth. Not by looting somebody, not by taking from somebody's place or cheating someone. By performing your duties, what you deserve to get it. With that, when you sustain your life and enjoy the pleasures of life, that is called kama. Kama is whatever you want to enjoy in your life at different stages. That is also decided at the level of a student. What are your kamas? What are the things that you can enjoy? As a householder, what is your? And then as a vanaprasthin or forest dweller, what it is? And then only an individual who thus has completed his life living with the norms of Dharma are eligible for moksha. So, Bhagavad Gita starts with this. The first verse of Bhagavad Gita, you know what it is? Dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveda yuyutsava mamaka pandavascheva kim akurvata sanjaya. First word is Dharma. You know the last word Bhagavan utters in Bhagavad Gita? Sarva dharman parityajya Mamekam sharanam raja aham tva sarva papebhya mokshayishyami mashucha. And this is the statement he makes, but the most important statement he makes in Gita towards the end is Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, where there is Krishna, which is not Krishna's statement, but Bhagavad Gita ends with this last verse. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, where there is Krishna. Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha, where Arjuna, like a person of action, is also there. Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhutihi, there is prosperity, success, and Dhruva Nitihi, firm policy, governance. Dhruva Nitihi iti me matihi. Dhruva Nitir matir mama. And scholars say the entire Bhagavad Gita is about Dharma Mama, which means my Dharma. Mama means my. What does the Gita teach then? What is my duty in this world? So that is exactly what Arjuna asks. He was standing in the battlefield confused. What is my duty? Should I fight or not? And he asked this question, O Arjuna, I am confused. Karpanya dosho bahata swabhavaha prichami tvam dharma sammuda chetaha aham. I am confused about my dharma. Please teach me. So the first understanding about our own Sanatana Dharma is, what is my role? What is that I am supposed to do? If that is unclear, when you do not understand or not, when we do not understand what am I supposed to do, what we do? Whatever we feel like doing, we'll do. Isn't that today's world? Everybody acts according to their own whims, not even caring about how it affects others. When you don't care about how it affects others and you do according to your whim, then it will lead to only chaos. That was the case with Duryodhana and all the whole clan of them. They went ahead and did whatever they would feel like doing. And they cheated the Pandavas and then they took away their land and then threw them to the forest and saying that stay there for 13 years. And after you come back, we will see, we will give you. And when they came back, he said, nothing doing. There is a proof that we are supposed to give it to you. And why should we give it to you? Then Bhagavan Krishna went back and forth saying that let us negotiate. Let us find out whether, you can give at least few, nothing. They were supposed to give the entire, the Desha that belongs to Pandavas. No. 5 cities. No. 5 villages. No. 5 acres of land. No. Not even 5 inches of land we give you. Then Krishna said, then you have to get ready for fight more. Yata yata hi dharmasya glani. When people have started losing their understanding of dharma, yata yata hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata, abhyuttanam adharmasya. When adharma starts increasing, what is adharma means? Not doing, it is not doing wrong thing. Not doing the right thing is also adharma. You don't need to go and kill someone or loot someone. No, not doing your dharma is also adharma. If one boy came to school and said, teacher, yes, will you punish me for a thing I did not do? No, I didn't do my homework. That is punishable, of course. What you are supposed to do, you don't do it. Now, first of all, we don't even know what I am supposed to do. Is it not? See, that's the point I am trying to make. In a school, you know, because you are given an assignment, you are supposed to. Like in your workplace also, these are the project and this is your assignment, do it. And if you don't do it, the boss will ask, senior will ask, what happened? But do we know in our personal life, what am I supposed to do? As a parent, as a husband, as a wife, as a student, as a social individual, do we know? Is it not in today's world, we don't even know who is the neighbor? Where is the world? In which world we are living? We say this world we are living, do you know who is your neighbor? At least the neighbor? We don't know. So you have become so narrow. What is your responsibility in this society? You tell me. In this very society in which you live, what is your responsibility? You will say, I take care of my husband, wife and children. That's all. That's all we know. But does that make you a social being? No, I have a lot of social drinking. Party, Majara, every Friday. So what we do is, our society is our friends. Is it not true? Tell me, at the end of the week, where do you go to or whom do you call? Not neighbor. Not part of this society. You go and hang out with your friends, people or maybe colleagues, whatever. But we think that we are a part of this society. As a social person, a person belonging to society, what is our responsibility? Are we turned a blind eye towards the people who are suffering around us? Living in a bubble of our own set of people who are of the same stature. And that's what we do. And we think everything is fine. But Gurudev was not like that. That's the point I'm trying to make. He realized people are not aware of their responsibilities. Not only personal responsibility, but also their responsibility as a person in the society. And the so-called Hinduism which they think that they are following is going doldrums. Samskritir viksha hanim cha bharadascha cha dustitim dravidam hrudayam yasya vandeham tam mahamani. One who became aware of how the society of people have lost their vision as a society, and they are all working very hard towards only personal goals and professional goals. Their social responsibility is gone. Think about it. Much before Gurudev came into the picture, much before even Gandhi came into the picture, when when the country was ruled by the British, how many of them become responsible or aware that I can and I should get a freedom from these people? It was there, not collective. Everybody is feeling about it, but not doing anything about it. Is it not that one single, hardly clothed individual from Africa, South Africa? Can you just take it? From South Africa, realizing my land is in trouble, leaving his profession, leaving his lawyer profession, which he could have easily gone and made money as a barrister. He was successful. Leaving aside, came to the country, traveled around, realized that people are not thinking together. I have to. Within next a decade or so, what a change. Who did it? Going village to village, town to town, city to city. You realize that you need to be free. You realize that what is going on here? That is Dharma. You see? That individual took an emergency measure. I want to make sure that people know that they are capable of fighting for their freedom. Only thing is they have to come together. So, such an awareness was created by Mahatma Gandhi there. And similarly, Gurudev fought during that time. He was also a part of this freedom struggle. And therefore, that blood, that intention, that stamina and that intention was there in him. When he was, the movie you have seen on a quest, he was thrown out onto the ground, onto the floor. And somebody picked up and somebody treated him. And then he picked up a thread and then started again as a journalist. Then when he went and studied Vedanta, etc. from his teachers, then he realized, now we have got the freedom, political freedom, but not inner freedom. And it is there in their own scriptures, in the Upanishad, in the Gita, in the Vedas. It is there. The solution is there. But they are not looking at it. Therefore, it is my responsibility. So what did he do? He started speaking to people about, do you know about your own culture? Do you know about your own scriptures? And do you know what is your goal as an individual? Apart from your professional goals, personal goals. So he became a crusader against blindfulness about their own culture, blindness about their culture, blindness about their own tradition. And he found over a period of time that the people who are educated, people who have gone to the universities, they have a certain mindset. The mind is so occupied now, preconditioned. And that is how the Britishers made sure that the education doesn't talk about your responsibility in the society. It talks about history or geography or math and English and languages and science and other things. Nothing about what are you supposed to do as a social being. Have you studied in any of your school? You are all, most of you studied in India. what is your education is all about? Huh? It's about the subject matters. What is it? Math, science, this, that. Has anybody told you what is your responsibility as a social being? Is even your parents told you? Therefore, he said, I cannot change this generation, but I can prepare the next generation. Therefore, balakeshu cha samskaraha vicharo yuvakeshu cha dharmanishta desha bhaktihi loka seva tataiva cha. First thing he did was to make sure that children understand what is samskar. What is the culture? What are values? As a Hindu, as a Sanatana Dharmin, what are the virtues and values you should have in your life? And for the youth, vichar, thinking. Because thinking doesn't happen unless the boy or the girl become independent thinkers. Not because of you read something. What is your independent thinking? Are you capable of putting your own logical mind into thinking? Or you just repeating somebody else? Vichar. Vicharo yuvakeshu cha. And vichar about what? Dharmanishta. How to abide by dharma. Desha bhakti. How to understand as collectively we are responsible for a society. Loka seva. And how to serve the society. 4 things. Vichara, dharmanishta, desha bhakti, loka seva. So he understood there is a hope. If I teach the samskaras and values to the children and their social responsibilities for the youth, at least in 20 days, 20 years time, 10 years, 20 years time, there will be some goodness that will happen. So what we have as Bal Vihar, what we have as youth wing, all are meant for knowing our responsibilities. That's why we have in our pledges, we know our responsibilities, give us the ability and courage to fulfill them. First of all, we should know the responsibility. And then give the strength to fulfill it. So coming back to the point, dharma is the first thing that needs to be taught. Let us forget about now, don't teach the children about Brahman, Atman, Paramatma. That doesn't make much relevance to them. But what needs to be told to their youth or to the children is, you are a part of this society. Whichever society you are living, we are getting this society's water, this society's whatever they produce in this place. Your consumption is in here. Therefore, you have a responsibility to give it back. Producing more than what you consume and giving more than what we take. And see, it is always true. If I have $10 in my pocket, please think about it. If I have $10 in my pocket, what does it mean? By sheer understanding of economics, you will know somebody has lost $10. Lost means what? Somebody has lost and it is in my bank. Is it not true? Think. Somebody lost does not mean he's deprived. I'm not saying that. Let us say I go and buy something from a marketplace, so for $10. Okay. That person who gave that product to me, let us say I'm buying a burger. I don't know whether it's $10 or a burger. I don't know. I have never had it. So I buy something, some food item. Akindo's ice cream. What is it? Akindo's ice cream. Right, ice cream I buy. So that fellow who has produced that ice cream is giving it to me. Now I give $10 to that person. Now, did I lose for $10 or not? I may have got the product, that's a different thing. But I lost $10 or not in the process.
Yes.
Okay. That means that I have given the $10. And he gained it or not? Somebody lost it, somebody gained it. Correct or not? So if that Haagen-Dazs ice cream, he sells it for $50, let us say, just for the sake of argument. Instead of $10, he has priced it for $50. Now, let me not give a very inappropriate example. Let me give an inappropriate example, then you will understand. An Apple phone really costs you only maximum $100 when it is produced properly in China. How much they sell it for? $1,000. Now you tell me, this excess $900 is a deprivation, really speaking. The worth of the product is 100. But you gave extra $900, you lost $900, really speaking. The worth of that, the phone is only 100. Actual cost of it is 100. You have given extra 900 for whatever reason. So if you really cost effectively, if you look at it, the worth of the product is 100. That fellow had taken $900 extra. You are deprived. You lost $900, really. Why I am giving this example is that when a set of people start taking an advantage of a situation and takes away the money from the people, some are suffering. You don't even see that. Some are suffering, some are deprived, or even basic necessities of life. What is your responsibility then? Twofold. Let me not be part of the cheating. Second, if I have excess, I should share. Poor thing does not have the means, does not have the ways to even take care of his basic needs. Maybe handicapped, maybe deceased, maybe jobless. But I should have the sensitivity to make sure that that person is at least able to live. So big corporations, when they start taking out the resources to themselves, and the CEOs and they are living in absolute luxury, and that is a capitalistic system. Unfortunately, that is true. You cannot help it. And they would argue saying that because we have the ability to do it, so we are doing it. What's your problem? Isn't it? A CEO of a company would say, I am earning 100,000 per month because I qualified myself and I did the business and I know how to do the business and I know how to cheat also. Such a person may become even a president of a country. And he very proudly would say, I know how to cheat. You do it yourself. Do you think, therefore, a person who is capable of cheating and taking out the money from the society to his own comforts, is he serving the society? Is it dharma? From the standpoint of, oh, he is capable. Capability is karma. But what is his role there? You come home, let us say she has cooked the food, and you are hungry, you take all the food. Don't give it to anybody. Your children are starving. How do you feel? Mom, where is the food? Daddy ate the whole thing. Think about it. Think about it. Because it is your children, you won't do it. You won't do it, right? Whatever you have, you share with the people. And then even if you are hungry, you make sure that the given made food is shared with everybody. Because it is my children. I have the sensitivity about it. Do you have the same idea? It is my society. Can you extend that awareness from my children or my home to our society? This is what Gurudev worked on. You may think that he talked about Gita and Upanishad and this and that. No. Through those mediums or the channels, what he wanted to make people realize is, you are. Every one of us are responsible for every one of us. And that's why somebody asked this question, why are you, Swamiji, working 40 to 45 years or so far tirelessly? He said simply, because unfortunately I am born with some compassion. You don't have that. You only think about your children and your husband and your wife. And I don't. I look at the entire society as my family. Not India, entire humanity. So that is the awareness he created. Dharma-samsthaapakaya. Therefore we call him as Dharma-samsthaapakaaya Namah. Sthapaka means establishing Dharma. It's not about doing a ritual, going to the temple and doing a ritual. That is not Dharma. That's a karma. The priest there is supposed to do that job. What else? If in the society of people, nobody goes to the temple, what will be his condition? Tell me. It's like opening a shop and nobody buys your product. Then you should close the shop and go. The priest has no work. His job is to conduct the rituals, conduct the puja and this and that. So by merely going and building a temple or doing a ritual there, don't think that is your dharma is over in the society. No, it is not. No, I'm not saying you should not do that. That's not my point. That is also your part and parcel of your growth. And that is also a way of serving the society. Yes, people who really need a place of worship or place of practice of meditation or whatever, you are providing a facility there. Yeah, it is a part of a society. You need it, like a school where education is important. Similarly, a temple is a spiritual education is important. And spiritual aspiration, religious requirements of the society is taken care of there. Just like you have a hospital there, you have a school there, there is a temple there, a church. But more than anything else, what is my sensitivity about the people around me? You know, just like as I give the example of how Gandhiji worked so hard to make sure people realize that they are lost their freedom, they have lost their say in anything. In their own country, somebody is dictating terms, which is what he went against. Get out. We know how to do things. You don't need to tell us. And it is our country, and don't take the resources from here to your countries. He fought for that till the last breath. In the same way, Gurudev fought for the culture, fought for our responsibility as a social being. Whether he really achieved or not, it's a different question, because it is not a time-bound project. It's an ongoing project. And every Sanatana Dharmin, every person who belongs to this tradition has the responsibility to educate and inspire the next generation. There's no question about it. That is why he established the mission to make sure that people realize there is a small child through Bal Vihar, or as a youth, or as an adult. Dharma-samsthaapakaaya. And Bhagavad Avatar is also for that only. Bhagavan Krishna says that. I came here for that purpose. Yato yata, as I said, apyuttanam adharmasya tadatmanam sajamyaham paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkratam dharma-samsthaapakaaya arthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Whenever there is this decline of things, I come. And if I don't come, I make sure that some people who are sensitive become aware of this and they work for it. And they are called saints, Mahatmas. See, what happens is many of the so-called Mahatmas, they establish their own mutts, their own samsthan, become so rich, filthy rich. And they have absolutely no sensitivity over the society. And the worst of it is they are only bothered about their congregation. And then brainwash them also. Don't go to anybody else. Meditation, $250. Assured. If you give $250, you can do meditation. But my mind is disturbed in meditation. Oh, second level, $500. It goes on like that, and there's no end to it. I am not able to sit properly. Yoga, third level, $500 more. What is their role in the society? How do you think that they are improving the conditions of the people? Only the money people, they only can benefit out of that. Gurudev established 80 schools. 80 schools in India. Why? Do you think that nobody else can educate people? Why do you need to have an educational institutions? And he said that they are educating about the subject matter of history, but I want to educate them in culture. They should know what it is. So most of our schools do not only have the regular curriculum, but added to that is the awareness about the society, about their own tradition and culture, and how it is important for them to know what is their dharma. So, first goal of human life, dharma. And Gurudev has written about dharma also very beautifully. Not only we have to become aware of what our dharma in life, but realize that word dharma means the essence of everything. For example, have you ever seen a dark sun? A dark moon you might have seen. No moon day, you can see. No sun day, have you seen? Sunday, of course. No Sunday. Today, sun decided not to come. Is it so? I just read today, somebody sent an email. I mean, it's a joke. So this lady moved from California to Seattle. So when she went there to look for the houses, it was raining. Then decided about a house, and then after a few weeks she went and she started moving her things. It was raining. And then she finally settled down in the house. It was raining. And next to 15 days, it was raining. And, you know, one who has lived in California with the sunny weather and then going there, raining. So one day she was standing outside her, house in the balcony, and she found one young boy was standing in the next house. Hi. So she asked, when does it stop raining here? So the boy looked at it. You are asking the wrong question to me. Why? I'm only 6-year-old. In the past 6 years of my life, I have never seen it stopping. What are you asking me? So, a sun's nature is light and heat. Fire's nature is light and heat. Sugar's nature is sweet. That is its dharma. In the absence of sugar being sweet, in the absence of sun, in the absence of heat and light in the sun, can you call it as sun? Can you call it as sugar? Some people come to me and say, Swamiji, I made a sweet for you. I know that you don't like too much of sugar. I didn't put any sugar at all. Don't call it as a sweet then. What are you calling it as a sweet? I made a sweet without sugar.
Sugar free.
Sugar free. You know, we get fat free milk here. In India, it is free fat milk. Not fat free, full fat or free fat. Free. So, point is that sun without the light cannot exist. Sugar without sweetness cannot exist. So, that is its dharma. So, even objects of the world has got its dharma. If that is the case, if the sugar cannot be without sweetness, sun cannot be without light. That's why Krishna says, Yed aditya gadam tejaha jagat bhasayate akilam yet chandramasi yet cha agnau tad tejaha viddhi mamakam. The tejas, that brilliance that is there in the sun and the reflection of that sun's light in the moon and in the fire, that brilliance is me. Meaning, dharma of a thing is me. And in another place he says that sapidity and taste of the water is me. The life in a human being is me. The light in the sun is me. The sound in the space is me. The smell in the flower is me. What does it mean? I am the dharma of everything. If that is understood, what is your dharma then? Bijam mam sarva bhutana. Jivanam sarva bhutana. The highest dharma, finally, the moksha dharma is what? To realize Bhagavan is, the Lord is the essence of me, in the absence of whom I don't exist. Think of a body without life. It perishes right away. Is it not true? This flower which you have kept, I think on the other day also I said this. The flower that you have kept, it is taken away from the tree or the plant and you put in the water because there is oxygen there. The moment it loses, the water loses its ability to sustain this flower, you watch it. It will die. It will die on this itself. It is only temporarily it is alive. Why? It has been cut off from its life. Cut it off, see? Cut. Well, life is that you cannot see it, but without which you cannot see it. You cannot see, you cannot hear, you cannot taste, you cannot smell, you cannot touch, you cannot think, you cannot walk, you cannot speak. What is it that is making us consistently able to wake up, do things, think, plan? The invisible, imperceptible presence. That dharma, that knowing that I am, there is this essence in me. Bhagavan, Lord. And that becomes the highest dharma called moksha dharma. Bhagavan Krishna talks about that also. Definitely about that. And so therefore he brings his subject matter from what is your role in the society? What is that you are supposed to be doing? To what is the final? That's why he says at the end, Sarva Dharman Parityajya. Leaving aside all other things finally, come to me. Mam ekam sharanam raja. Take complete surrender to me. Aham tva, I to you, sarva papebhya, from all sins, mokshayishyami, will release you, ma shucha, don't worry. And that maturity to reach or to even comprehend moksha is my final goal requires one to go through the process of fulfilling all other dharmas. As a householder, as a husband, as a wife, as a parent. Complete that part of your life and get ready for the highest Dharma. And Gurudev not only thus wrote and talked about the Dharma of an individual in the society, as an individual who is serving the society, working in the society, living in the society, but also finally how to do the sannyas, complete renunciation, and go exclusively for moksha. So that's why we praise him as Dharma-samsthaapakaaya, one who established Dharma. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kasyit dukkha bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah.